I do not know what will possess an adult to voluntarily subject themselves to the criticisms of hormonal teenage girls, but that's what my youth pastor decided to do during a sermon about self-confidence and self-esteem. Tell me what you think about my looks. How would you describe me? We're a little hesitant to speak our mind. We're like, is this a trap? But after she reassured us that it was a safe space, that was when the vitriol started. Slowly. One girl goes, "Oh, you have a big head," and she immediately ducks under the table to hide her face. And the teacher goes, "Yeah, I have a big head because I have a big brain." And then another girl goes, "Oh, your nose is too big." I thought that comment was a bit queer because the girl that also said this had a big nose. And the teacher remained unbothered. She actually flares up her nose and is like, "Yes, I have a big nose because I can get in a lot more oxygen than you can. And your brain needs oxygen to develop." And another girl, I'm not too sure if she was actually paying attention to her comment or thinking before she said this, goes, "Oh, well, you're ugly." I couldn't believe that anybody dared cross that line, and there was complete silence. The teacher looks directly at the girl. The invisibility and confidence of being in the crowd vanished. "Is God ugly?" And the girl murmurs, "No, God isn't." And she said, "How can I be ugly if I'm made in the image of God?" And she says, "A person cannot be ugly. It's only your soul that can be ugly." At 13, I was still riddled with a lot of self-esteem, self-confidence issues. I'm like, who cares about the beauty of my soul? I need people to see me and see me as beautiful. But that sentence, for whatever reason, stuck with me. And it wasn't until I read 2 books. I think we should look at ourselves the way an artist would look at us. Prior to my portrait painting class, I was one of those individuals that was very quick to put people into 2 buckets. Beautiful, not beautiful. I was basically projecting my own self-image on other people, and because I didn't see myself as attractive, projected my insecurities. You see, the goal of an artist is not to render an exact photographic replica of their subject. They are to capture the essence and the form and the soul of the individual. Over the years, habitual facial movement creates a person's unique look. So if you smile a lot, you get your smile. You get your smile line. If you're someone that has lived a very sorrowful, melancholic life, you do have a face of melancholy. And if you're someone that has always been angry and you're just a horrible, miserable person, that shows on your face. But it wasn't until I took my portrait painting class that I started to deconstruct my idea of like beauty. I don't even know if I see ugliness in people anymore. I just think of faces as beautiful or interesting. You know, some people just have painterly faces and they're not necessarily the most beautiful. They're interesting. And I find the beauty in variety. How boring would life be if we all look the same? If you are feeling a little insecure about your look, just think of like, you know, an artist will actually really appreciate my face. Look at yourself like an artist will, and just make sure that the person that you're capturing in the revelation of your soul, you're happy with what you look like. I'm pregnant. Is pregnancy as heavy as a watermelon?